Hey, Dante. You know, it's much more constructive to speak to a man directly. You know that? Because I don't know where you're coming from. But let's explore this. I didn't watch your video. I heard the first few seconds where you're calling me a narcissist. Apparently you pissed off at me. You know, I talked about you in my last video. You should go check that out. You have been an interesting character in the Julian universe. But this is not the first time I've been called a narcissist. I can't say that I understand why you're calling me a narcissist. First of all, if you think that I'm not a fixed, stable guy, you're right. I mean, are you? My life is weird, man. Life is really weird, and I'm trying to understand it and get through it. You were mad at Fast Ed for being a Zionist in the past? You sound like these freaking people on Telegram who call me a faggot because I wore women's clothes 10 years ago. You know, like they don't care that now I'm a father and a husband, even though my wife left me. But they're like, but what about what you did 10 years ago? You put on clothing, therefore. So I don't know. I'd love to talk to you and understand where you're coming from, and I don't want to hide from this accusation of yours. But I invite you to be more cordial. I mean, come on, dude. I'm not gonna subject myself to a video of somebody with the kind of rotten attitude that you got coming at me the way that you do. I like you, Dante. You freaking weirdo. I like you. Perito, abajo. I think he called me Jewish. Dude, let's get something straight. A Jew is one who is circumcised in his heart, whose praises of God and not of men. Don't be complicit in the lie of those who say they are Jews, but they are the synagogue of Satan. You know why I'm talking to you right now? Because my wife put me in a bad mood. Because my wife upset me. And I made like a 20-minute long video just being a bitch, talking about my problems. But fuck that. Something said, dude, just talk to Dante and reconcile with Dante. I don't know why. I think it had to do with Big Henry, right? You don't like that I have a character that makes fun of gangsta niggas? Dude, it's comedy. I'm a comedian. All right? That's not what this channel is about. Until it was. It's me. It's just me, dude. This channel is me. And my, whatever I am, all the different things that I am. I'm all kind of stuff, dude. I'm not just someone who is saved by Jesus. I'm also someone who's actually still struggling with sin. I'm also somebody who's I've been molded by my experience and by the world for 33 years. I have characters. I have a lot of characters. I have Big Henry. Let me tell you a little bit about myself, Mr. Dante. When I was 10, 11, 12, I looked up to my older cousins. My older cousins listened to Cash Money Records. So I thought Cash Money was cool, And then I looked up to these freaking rappers. And I thought Juvenile was the coolest guy. When I was 13, I still have it. I had my soldier rag. I tied my soldier rag around my head. And I'd walk around looking at people like this. Had my jaboja in me. Dude, this retarded culture possessed me. But it's something that I like. It's something that, I still... Brito. It's something that I still liked, that I still do. I still do. That's a really interesting thing about becoming saved, about becoming Christian, is reconciling your knowledge of good and evil with your love of evil stuff. Can you relate to this? Dude, I don't understand you or who you are with your freaking... Terrifier. That's what I was looking for. For your you collect figurines from horror movies. Really sus, dude. Really sus. But, dude, Terrifier is one of my favorite movies. What am I gonna do? Judge you? Like you judge me? There's not just Big Henry. Yo, see what's happening with it. Is that nigga Big Henry hollering at you out them projects, you hear me, from this gangsta ass city. Nah, man, there's Sacramortem. Sacramortem is a black metal enthusiast who he lives in the woods, and he subjects himself to all sorts of suffering just for the sake of being metal. All right? Because he's so fucking metal. He lives in the woods, and he suffers willingly because he is metal. The name Sacramortem. All right? He sacrifices his life for metal. There's Chang Wen. Chang Wen, dude. Fanfic, Nintendo, Dragon Ball Z. Chang Wen wrote many fanfic. At video. Legend of the Star Fox. Chapter 4, and the whole thing. Oh, dude, I'm a fucking clown. What can I say? I like to satirize things. You know? From what I could tell, that is what provoked you into... It's coming after me. Saying I'm a narcissist. I used to be a narcissist. Do you know what a narcissist is? What's the root of the word narcissist? It's Narcissus. Who was Narcissus? Now, this is actually a word that I haven't looked at yet. But we all know the story. Narcissus, handsome gentleman. I don't know if he was a gentleman. Discovered his reflection in a pond and was so enamored with his own beauty that he gazed at it until he withered away into nothing. He was in love with his own appearance. He was in love with himself. I was a narcissist. For... I don't know, at least 5 years, probably more. I'm referring to when I was trans. Because I was literally, I thought the whole trans thing started, the cross-dressing started when, I was going through puberty. And I had, been humiliated a lot in my life by girls that I liked. And so I was afraid of them. And so I was afraid of girls. And now I'm going through puberty. And it was painful to desire a girl so much. And also be afraid of them. one day my cousins were sleeping over, and my cousin, who was just a few years older than me, dared me to try on his sister's panties. And showing off for my cousin, I did. And then he went and he got my mom, and she spanked the shit out of me, and that was really traumatizing. And then that trauma and that experience mingled with puberty. And now this is how I got close to girls, by dressing like a girl. How crazy is that? Since I know GF, I become GF. You ever heard of that meme? That's people's lives. That was my life. And so what is narcissism? I would find myself for 15 years. I'm 33. Dressing like a girl and looking at myself in the mirror, just thinking I'm hot, jacking off all day long. Can you even imagine? How sick, dude, how sick. How humiliating. For me to even say this. For me to say this. Dude, ouch. But you know what? If I have hope that if I say this out loud, then other men, or even women, who have experienced what I have, will be encouraged to take a good hard look at themselves, and know that they're not alone, and recognize that this is a manifestation of trauma. It's more important. Other people are more important than me, Dante. Everyone's more important than me. Why not? What's so good about me? How am I a narcissist? Because I'm not a stagnant freaking image? Because I'm multiple things at once? Because I'm saved by Christ and I'm a freaking buffoon? Why can't I be both? And if there isn't a buffoon that's saved by Christ, who will bear grace to the other buffoons and be an example to them? I mean, come on, man. I don't know Fast Ed. All I know is that he lives on a tropical isle. He appears to be poor. But I don't know, it could just be an appearance. Who knows? All I know about Hello Listener is and him is what I've seen on the YouTube. You don't know these people. I don't know these people. But like, dude, you're mad at people for their past. Dude, you don't even know Hello Listener. And you're sitting here saying that you're going to defeat him in battle. You called him my crony. Dude, that guy fucking hates me. Are you kidding me? He has excommunicated me because I won't submit to Orthodox Christianity. You're going around calling other people narcissists, saying you're going to do battle with people and you can't wait to slay us. What the fuck are you talking about, Dante? Dude, chill out, my friend. Chill out. Chill out. No, Julian, we're not friends. Dude, whatever. I noticed you deleted some of them videos. I guess you sobered up, maybe? I apologize for making any assumptions about, what motivated you. And saying you sobered up, maybe. I don't know. But look, I love you, brother. You have engaged with me more than, like a lot. I mean, like, I've talked to a lot of people on YouTube. And you're one of them. And I've talked to you a lot. And you've confused me a lot. I understand that I've confused you. Dude, whatever. We're confusing. We don't really know each other. We're trying to understand each other through freaking YouTube. I love you, my friend. I invite you to come talk to me on Master Race Frankenstein Radio. God bless you. Have a good day.